this video, I'm going to talk about public proposals in Dubsado. These are one of my favorite features in Dubsado, but they are only on that Premier plan, so just keep that in mind. Some of the stuff we talked about earlier in this course was all available on the starter plan, but scheduler, workflows, and public proposals are 3 features we're going to touch on that are only available on the Premier plan. If you are signing up either for the starter or Premier plan, use our code Design by Laney for 30% off your first month or year with Dubsado. If you haven't watched our other proposal video in this particular course, go back on the playlist and look at video number 7 for more information on proposals, because that'll give you some important context. So a public proposal is kind of like a proposal and a lead capture in one. So as a reminder about lead captures, they're basically like contact forms. So this is mine that's embedded on my website. You can't even tell that this is from Dubsado. It looks seamless with my website. And it has the first name, last name, and email as required fields here. Those are going to be required on any lead capture. And whenever someone fills this out on my website, they come into Dubsado as a brand new lead. Otherwise, you can always add someone into Dubsado as a new lead, but this is them doing that from scratch. I may never have talked to them before. I may never have even heard of them. They just stumbled on my website and came in, and now they're a project in Dubsado that I can continue to work throughout my whole workflow. So a public proposal is basically a proposal added to that same concept of a lead capture. So someone can come in, they can fill out their information, they'll be brought into Dubsado without you having to do anything, and then they can also go through the proposals. And as you'll remember from the proposal feature, proposals include proposal, invoice, and contract. So basically imagine that you are asleep and someone comes to your website, decides to book a package with you, and goes through all of the steps of entering themselves in the system, submitting your proposal, signing the contract, and filling out an invoice, and you just wake up to that new contract signed, money, something booked on your calendar. Public proposals work best for really simple items that you can sell without talking to someone, or that people are probably not going to have questions on. So I love them for like workshops, mini sessions as a photographer, a consulting call, for instance. I use one for consulting calls so that someone can go in, put themselves in the system, book right away, and fill out some questions for me, and then we're ready to schedule their call later. So this is what that looks like. It's a consulting call. It's pre-selected, so they don't really have to do anything there. And they'll fill out all of this information about how they want to have the call, and then information about what they're hoping to discuss on the call. We've got this cute little dancing gnome, and then you submit it. It goes directly to this invoice, which they can go ahead and pay $250. And then when I wake up, I have them already in Dubsado. I have that form with all those questions answered, and then I have their payment already done. We don't have a contract on this one, but you can add it. So how do you make that happen? Basically, it will be still under your proposals tab, and you can set it up almost identically to any other proposal that you have. So you can have different packages that they can select from. You can have a prescribed, $250 for this consult call. You can do pretty much anything you want with that, but there's just a couple of settings that you need to turn on to make this public. So as a reminder, lead captures are all going to require a first name, a last name, and an email address. So if you want it to be a public proposal, you're going to have to require that specific information so that it can serve as a functional lead capture. Then you can have, say, your 3 different packages here, and then whatever else you want to put on your form. And then once it's ready to go, there's a few settings you need to work on in this form settings gear over here. So you can include the contract. You would just select which contract that you want to include. Again, that's not completely necessary. And then you can choose whether you want multiple packages to be able to be selected. So that's add-ons and things. Then you can include the invoice if you like. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's going to be the best option to get them through like all the stages. But if this is for like a free workshop or something, you might not want to do that. And then we have our public proposal options here. So the only thing that you really need to turn on to make sure this is a public proposal is this one here. So create a new project once the proposal is completed. That's adding that lead capture functionality to the proposal functionality. If you don't have that selected, you don't fill out the rest of these settings. But when you have a public proposal, you can set it up to apply to an automatic workflow. I'll show you that in the next section. A redirect URL, and then you also can decide which status level this project is going to come in as. So you can use anything in the jobs or in the lead status levels that you set up on your dashboard. And then you can use smart fields to determine what the project will be titled. So if you want it to be titled mini sessions holiday and then their first name, or mini sessions and their last name, or their venue date, or something else that's on here, you can absolutely do that. So just use all the smart fields to determine how you want that project to come in. And you can set a few settings that will apply to all proposals, but they're not just public proposal settings. So now we'll save that form and it's officially a public proposal. And you'll see the sharing title in the public proposal option. So this is just going to be like everything else in Dubsado, the scheduler, etc. You can either embed it into your website, like my contact form is here, or you can send a direct link. So let's copy this link and paste it to see what happens. So we're logged in as a business owner. You won't be able to see the submit button, but we can see they'll fill in this information. They'll select the gold package, of course, because we're amazing. And then it will take them to the invoice after we submit, which will have that $5,000 on it, whatever payment plan we selected, etc. And again, you can also add the contract up here if you'd like to. So once you use proposals and lead captures for a while, I think you'll start to understand how powerful it is that these two can connect. In the past, you would need them to fill out the lead capture, or you would manually enter the job into Dubsado. Those are two different options. And then from there, you would send the proposal form, and the proposal form can include the contract and invoice as well, but you have to send that to them or put it as part of a workflow action, or, it's a separate step. So what the public proposal does is it combines those two steps. So you want to make sure you answer any possible questions either before they get to the public proposal or on the proposal. So that could be FAQs, what's next, more information about these mini sessions, etc. So I love public proposals for this consulting package. For instance, this one that I have over here for Pick My Brain, a 1-hour consult call. I think that's a really great option because it's just very simple, self-explanatory, very easy to figure out. Another great option would be any kind of workshop. So a calligraphy workshop, you can send this public proposal out or embed it on your website with all the information about the workshop. Someone can just go in, sign up, put all of their information in, and go ahead and pay for the workshop there. I think that once you start to think about it and use Dubsado a little more, you'll see so many options for this. I'm a wedding invitation designer, and some people use this for semi-custom invitations because they have set packages, and someone can say, oh, I need 100 of this package, fill out all the information for the invitations there, select different add-ons they want, etc. And then it's all going to be there in Dubsado for you to go ahead and get started on the proofs. So you're really taking a lot of those introductory steps and bringing them down. Basically think of it as like an order form for someone who has never reached out to you before, which is just so powerful. So I hope you see the value in this feature and absolutely love it. Just as a quick reminder, it's still going to be in the proposal section in your form templates. You have to have those lead capture elements, name, last name, email address, and then you need to go into your form settings and just turn on that public proposal options, change these options as needed, and then of course either include the contract or invoice as you would with a standard proposal as well. So in the next section, I'm going to show you workflows, which you can see right here. So this will be how you connect, for instance, this proposal to a scheduler. So they can just enter themselves in, pay for the mini session, and then book their actual mini session time all in one, and you don't have to do that yourself. So the workflow is where we're going to take everything we've already done and put it together, and this is the most advanced feature we're going to cover in this course about how to use Dubsado. So I hope that you are with me and super excited because this is where everything starts to just come together and the magic really starts to happen.